was set up by Kyle. And that's why
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
which is why we're all going to keep our township committee report
Right, but he's also
super
the
to the point.
He is.
Is he on the agenda?
Yeah,
Show me where he is. I'm sure he's here.
yeah, 6. What?
Start at 8.
Things to say about the new guy.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to do this, and then you can say whatever you
Well,
want.
I'll include that in this report. I mean, you can talk about, you're going to take care of new.
Yeah, it's number 6.
Kyle
I'm not
sent me
looking.
something.
Okay.
The 7 p.m. meeting, number 6.
I'm at the
All right.
8 p.m. meeting.
Well, then you're not going to see it.
I can't find it.
We are live.
Live. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay.
Okay. I got it.
Starting in like a minute. Yes. The 7 p.m. work session meeting is called to order. Nancy, can we get a roll call of the Township Committee?
Yes, Madam Mayor. Mr. Boonstra?
Here.
Mr. Madigan?
Here.
Mr. Melchiong?
Here.
Mr. Shanley?
Here.
Mayor Rubenstein?
Here. And could you read the open work session statement, please?
This regular work session meeting of the Wykoff Township Committee is now in session. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting appears on our annual schedule of meetings. A copy of said annual schedule has been posted on the bulletin board in Memorial Town Hall. A copy has been filed with the municipal clerk and has been emailed to the Record, the Ridgewood News, and the North Jersey Herald and News. All newspapers having a general circulation throughout the township of Wykoff. At least 48 hours prior to this meeting, the agenda thereof was similarly posted, filed, and emailed to said newspapers.
Thank you. And can I confirm that the Finance Committee has reviewed and signed all the vouchers?
They have, Ms. Mayor.
Thank you. Then I'd like to get a motion to open the 10-minute public comment period, 2 minutes per speaker for public comment on any governmental issue that a member of the public feels may be of concern to the residents of the Township of Wykoff.
So move.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
Mayor Rubenstein?
Yes. You may come to the microphone or call 201-891-7000, extension 2220, if you wish to make a comment.
Susan Yadoff, 400B Bromley Place. I noticed there's a big sign that says masks are required and social distancing to be in this building.
No, actually, it's in the hallways and in
the
designated
hallways.
areas.
It says face masks are required at all times.
Right, in the hallways and in designated areas.
It
That's our
doesn't say that.
policy. That may not be
Posted on
what
the
the
wall.
sign says, but that's what our policy is.
Okay, so we are in a public space, and the governor said that we all must wear masks. We are all respecting that. Why are you not?
This is public comment, not public discussion, so thank you for your comment.
So you're not gonna, so that you don't answer the questions, right? We ask a question and,
No,
This
it's
is
public,
important.
it's public comment, not public discussion.
okay. So you're, that's my comment then. You're disrespecting the governor's executive order, and we're all respecting it. We're trying to keep our community safe. Our schools are doing it. You are the examples. You lead our town council. It's really embarrassing that you're not wearing a mask. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Seeing and hearing no one, I move to close the public comment section.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
Mayor Rubenstein?
Yes. Okay, so now Sergeant Noon? Okay.
Wow. What a haircut.
Oh,
What a haircut he got. She came here looking for a friend.
Vaccinated, I'll start wearing a mask. Right, right. But I didn't want it.
I didn't want to.
The mayor asked us to keep it short, so I go there.
I got you.
Yeah.
alright. Sergeant Noon, you come on up. Just gonna say a few words about you before we, I wouldn't have recognized you with there. Alright. It's a big day. Sergeant Noon began his career in November 2008 as a part-time dispatcher for the Wyckoff Police Department. In June 2013, he became a police officer for the Township. Since joining the department, he has taken on many responsibilities, including resiliency officer, field training officer, rifle officer, CPR instructor, and asset forfeitures. In addition, Ryan is trained and certified in at least 20 different areas, including ALCO testing, planning and executing a DWI checkpoint, hazardous materials awareness, Alzheimer's for first responders, international trauma life support, counter-terrorism awareness, and conducted energy device taser instructor. He has been the recipient of letters of commendation from the Chief of Police for his actions in assisting the officers of another town in the apprehension of a criminal, and also for his keen eye that led to the identification of the suspect in a bicycle theft. Ryan has also received multiple letters of thanks from citizens who he has encountered over the years as a patrol officer. Ryan graduated from the Passaic County Police Academy. He earned his Bachelor of Science degree in Information Technology from New Jersey Institute of Technology. Ryan's training, education, and experience make him an ideal sergeant for the Wyckoff Police Department. Congratulations, Ryan, and
Any more comments?
can we do it after the oath? Okay. So I am going to administer the oath of office.
Yeah, where's the Bible?
After me, I, Ryan Noon, do solemnly swear
I, Ryan Noon, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
And I, Ryan Noon,
I
sorry,
Ryan
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all of the duties of the office of police sergeant according to the best of my ability.
perform all of the duties of the office of police sergeant according to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God. It's all right.
It's your night.
Rudy, you want to start?
I just want to mention that, I want to congratulate Ryan, first of all. I've known Ryan quite a few years, and I wish him the best. I know he'll do a great job as a Wyckoff Police Sergeant. But just to mention that you're also a member of our ambulance corps and EMT. And now I know why. I didn't know Alan Kix was your father-in-law. Now I know why. I met him in the parking lot. We saw each other in the parking lot, and I did not know that till tonight.
And then I joined the family.
There you go. So anyway, so that's an additional added value to having Ryan as an officer and a sergeant. So congratulations and thank you.
Ryan, congratulations. I know you're going to do a great job as a sergeant. You already have. You've done a great job as a police officer for a number of years since I've been in town. So congratulations.
Ryan, nice to see you. Cleaned up pretty good, huh? You look great. You look great. I too want to congratulate you, and I'm confident, as we all are, that you will continue to do an outstanding job, not only as a police officer, but with your leadership skills. You'll be a standout, and I'm glad that I had the opportunity to go through the process, the sergeant promotion process with you, and well-deserved.
So say congratulations and thank you for all your service to Wyckoff.
We are absolutely lucky to have you, and we welcome you in the new role, and just keep doing an amazing job for Wyckoff. So, congratulations. Yeah.
Do you want the pictures in front of the flag, or how do you want to do it? Or down there?
Yeah.
We have this down here. Some of us are shorter than others.
Taller ones go on the outside. Mark, sorry. This is crime scene photography.
Yeah, bring your family here, sure.
Wait. We got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
She's done this once or twice. Thank you.
Want a family? Anyone else you want to? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. No.
Yeah, we're at.
Let him do it.
All right, we'll be here all night, yeah. Thank you. Congratulations.
Chief, do you want to say anything? You can go up to the microphone if you'd like. Make it formal.
That was good, Rob. That was pretty good. Thank you, Madam Mayor. So I just want to thank the mayor, council, police committee especially for all the help you've done through this entire process. If you look around the room tonight, there's several officers in this room, Every single officer does everything for this town every single day to the best of their ability, and it's things like this that give us a little credit and give us your support, and it means a lot to everybody. So that's why we do what we do. So thank you very much to Ryan. Congratulations in this process. It's been a while. It's nice to have it done. We had some great support and a big hand in this from this group up here. So thank you to everybody for that. Thank you to the family and friends of Ryan who made it here tonight. Sorry we're all in mass, we can't really talk and see each other smiling and everything of that nature, but I know behind everybody mask, everybody's smiling for Ryan and his success moving forward. So thank you again to everybody. Thank you to the council, and we appreciate it. Congratulations, Ryan.
All right, so we're gonna continue. If you guys wanna go celebrate, family, police, everybody, we totally understand.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Bob, can we get a review of the 8 PM business meeting agenda?
Yes, yes, I can. My report will be brief. We have a number of additions we'd like to propose for tonight. One is a motion to appoint a probationary police officer in anticipation of a retirement. The appointment will be effective on 10/1. The next meeting that he would be able to come to the meeting and receive the administration of the oath of office would be 10/4. We also received, I think yesterday, a request from the YMCA for temporary signs for their Buddy Walk fundraiser. We also have been requested to have a closed session discussion for personnel, specifically the vacancy in the administrator position. And we've been requested to add 2 individual residents who have expressed an interest to volunteer as volunteer firefighters. So with your permission, we would propose to add those to the 8 o'clock agenda.
Yes, thank you. Any objections? Thanks. And PAIs?
PIs, I'll be brief again. I just wanted to let you know, we did receive the $52,000 grant reimbursement for Bergen County for the construction of the ADA curb ramps on Sycamac Avenue. That was a requirement before the county would pave the road. We also have our second tree service bid of the year was awarded in August, and that's underway. Mountain Avenue is going to be paved. The pre-construction meeting is tomorrow at 1 o'clock. A work will be done with 2 New Jersey Department of Transportation grants that were obtained. And I just wanted to point out that Wyckoff Day is this Saturday at the YMCA campus at 691 Wyckoff Avenue, and that concludes my report.
Bob,
Thank you.
where's that pre-con meeting for Mountain Ave?
It's actually being done
On-site?
virtually.
Oh, okay, okay, very good, thank you.
Rudy, do you want to start us off?
I can start, I'll be brief. So let's start with sewers. The Terhune Drive, Sycamac Ave, AKA the Barn, sewer project took a very large step forward last week when all of the paperwork, all of the applications for the permits, and all the fees were filed with Trenton. That's the TWA permit application and everything else, which should take about 90 days for approval. So that's a huge step forward in getting sewers up Terhune to Sycamac, where we could possibly branch up into Birchwood and would service the barn, restaurant, and surrounding houses. The Historic Preservation Commission met last night, and the discussion was about, just so everyone knows, the list of historic homes or structures in Wyckoff. It's a list of 14, which are currently listed on the state and national register of historic places, but not our local historic preservation commission. So we're going to move ahead with that. Get them named to our local historic preservation historic list. And also then they would become an element of our master plan. So this involves going to the planning board for a hearing on this, and it's a little complicated, but we are moving ahead with those 14 homes.
Great, thank you.
Planning board meets next week. If I may, Mayor, I'll just take a minute now and speak briefly of our new officer that we will be approving at the 8 o'clock meeting. Nicholas Bucci is a resident of Paramus. He was interviewed by the entire police officers committee. He was interviewed by the police committee itself, consisting of yourself, Chief Murphy, Bob Shannon, and myself. We recommend him highly for this position to replace the vacancy which will be created by the retirement of Bill Plisich. He is graduating on September 29th from the Passaic Police Academy, and he is the valedictorian of the class. So we're happy to be able to offer young Mr. Bucci a contract. Thank
Yeah,
you.
just to add on to that, from the minute that I met Mr. Bucci, I was so impressed by him. He has an incredibly compelling story of his growing up in Bergen County, and his dedication to his training and to his classmates. I believe, Rudy, was he also the class president this year?
Yeah, I believe he
I
was.
think he was
yeah.
the class
Yeah,
president
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
He shows leadership
Yeah.
and poise, and I could not be happier to recommend him.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone, for your support. Planning board meets next week. That's all I have.
Okay, Tim?
Thank you. I'll be brief. The rec board met last night. They approved soccer coaches for kindergarten, first grade, second grade, the coaches for the third and fourth grade team, the fifth and sixth grade team, and the seventh and eighth grade team. The cheer coaches were also approved. They also reported on the lightning detector systems are working fine. One of the issues that came up, people were concerned that they weren't going off when they saw lightning, and the explanation they got from the manufacturer and the retailer of it is you can see lightning that is more than 8 miles away, and there's reflection that you can see in the sky. It doesn't mean it's striking the ground anywhere nearby, but they're functioning where they go off the minute they detect anything hitting the ground 8 miles away. And that's when they go off. So there wasn't anything malfunctioning with them, and they were fine. The football season started last weekend. They had the seniors and the juniors both won against Fairlawn. Unfortunately, the Pee Wee team lost. It was their first loss since 2018. And then the B teams played here in Wyckoff against Fairlawn and did pretty well over the weekend on Sunday. There were quite a few games. There were 6 games on Sunday. So it was very busy here on Sunday afternoon into the early evening. The registration is ongoing for travel baseball, softball, basketball, and wrestling. And that is my report on the rec board meeting last night. Fireworks, they're going to take place on the 25th, and we look forward to that. There's one thing that we had a cancellation of. The boosters were going to do hamburgers and hot dogs for us, but a problem arose when the schedule for football came out, and the senior game is at 8 p.m. in Riverdale. I believe the juniors are at 6 p.m. in Riverdale, and the Pee-wees are at 4 p.m. in Riverdale, which meant Roger Schnorbush, who's the booster president, said, I don't have the volunteers that I need to do that, and I can't force parents that they're the volunteers not to go see their kids play in a game, or the girls that are the cheerleaders. So unfortunately, we're not gonna have food, so we're gonna have to try to tell the residents to eat before they come, and there's not gonna be food at the event. So that's my brief report, and that's my report, so thank you.
Okay, great. Tom?
I got a couple of things. Our September 11th, Remembrance and Rededication. The official Township Memorial was rededicated with a beautiful ceremony this past Saturday morning at 8:30. It was very, very special. It was led by Reverend Fred Provinger, who was reflecting on our 11 neighbors that Wyckoff lost that day. Refurbishment memorial looked beautiful. I know Mr. Malchione is going to be talking a little more about it. I was pleased to work with Pete on planning and working on this memorial. You'll hear more details from him. Just a few thank yous. Thank you to Denise for coordinating with our families and along with our pamphlet of the day, which was very well done. Special thanks to Scott Fisher and our DPW crew, along with Dan Kinnigan and his crew for doing such a magnificent job. Bill Bushman and his crew pitched in and reinvigorated tree beds and flower beds. Melissa's remarks, Mayor, was so personal and so well done, and meant a lot to many of the families and residents. As I mentioned, Fred Provinger rededicated the facility on Saturday, and it was he who almost 20 years ago did the initial remarks and said the prayers and reflected at the site. And last but not least, a special thank you to our bagpiper, Bob Shannon, who closed it out. And the ceremony was very brief, started at 8:30, and Bob Shannon put the bagpipes to his mouth, whatever that's called, at exactly 8:46, and did a beautiful job of Amazing Grace. So that's the first thing. Second thing is the audit. We have the audit report. We received our independent auditors report on our financial standings and procedures, and I'm certainly proud to be part of the finance team, and the special accolades go down to Diana McLeod, our CFO, and our team leaders. So in summary, again, this year, there were no recommendations, and it's very well put together. And then lastly, I just want to mention that at our 8 o'clock meeting, we're going to approving and memorializing the application of Cody Leroy as a firefighter and his brother Ethan Leroy as a firefighter, both with Company 1. Both will be effective today. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Pete?
All right. First, I want to thank Tom for letting me be part of the committee to help restore the 9/11 memorial. It was actually Tom's idea a few months ago, and I want to thank the rest of the Township Committee for allowing us to do that. You know, we were able to have the memorial professionally cleaned, new pavers, and a brand new drainage system in there. So if you weren't able to stop by over the weekend, please stop by, pay your respects to the 11 residents that lost their lives, and you know, take a look at the refurbished memorial. I just met 6:30 with the Shade Tree Committee. They are continuing to do their great work around town. Board of Health got rescheduled from last week, who's actually meeting tonight at 7:30. They will be having a tent at Wyckoff Day at the YMCA. Their theme this year is preventative general health. They're going to be promoting all the tests and scans that a lot of people missed out on during COVID or weren't able to go to their, you know, regular checkups or exams. So they will be promoting that at Wyckoff Day, and that's all I have.
Thank you. I want to thank you and Tom for doing such an incredible job with our town 9/11 memorial. It looked incredible. The ceremony had the perfect tone. And we did a lot this weekend. On Friday, we rededicated High Street as Hannon Way in memory of Dana Ray Hannon, who was a Wyckoff resident and Wyckoff volunteer firefighter. So thank you all for attending that. And in addition to our own ceremony at 8:30, we were all present for the fire department's 9/11 ceremony on the afternoon of 9/11 and their dinner after. And it was a really special, tough, emotional day in Wyckoff. And I think it was nice to be together as a community. There were probably over 100 people at the ceremony, and it was nice to feel community that day. Kind of building on that, the next day, I want to thank Rudy for coming with me to the Chabad Center in Franklin Lakes with Mayor Bavona. They are doing a 5,000 square foot addition to the building to build a whole brand new center, and they did a dedication and groundbreaking, and it was also just really topped off a weekend of community, so it was pretty incredible. That's all I have, and if it's okay with everybody, I'd like to go into closed session for half an hour.
I just have one quick comment that I missed under the historic preservation. There's a nice write-up, very nice write-up in the fall Newtown newsletter about the Historic Preservation Commission. So if everyone should have received this in the mail, take a minute and read it. And Bob, the commissioners are very thankful, and big shout out to Bob for having it in there. So thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Can I get a motion to enter closed discussion?
We have to recess
Yeah.
then.
Can we go back into open session and then recess it to go to business meeting?
Yeah, we have to recess. Well, actually, we can probably
No,
adjourn the
go
work
into it.
session. Does Rob have a
okay.
report?
Oh, I'm sorry, Rob.
I'll just add on, Ruby, to the progress with sewer extensions. I recently did a sewer extension agreement for Helena and the Paul Court. I made some modifications that we got a few more participants in the Paul Court project.
Great.
That's going ahead too.
Great.
That's gonna extend to a level. So
Okay.
That's it for tonight.
Anything
So-
on Maple Lake? Any update?
Yeah, we're still waiting, I'm just waiting for the deeds to show the county perfected. I'm on it, I mean,
Okay.
I'm pushing and calling on it, but we did get an extension, we got another 6 months, but.
Oh, great.
But
Okay.
Well,
we gotta get that
that's
done this
important.
year.
We want to get it done, yeah.
That's huge.
That's great, okay.
Okay, then I'll get a motion.
I'll move to adjourn the work session.
Okay.
No,
Oh, no.
No.
sorry.
No, because
Well-
we have to go into works.
What we want to do
Recess.
is to recess the work
Yeah.
session and then go into a closed session discussion.
Right.
Have we approved the closed session yet? No, we have to do that, right?
Um,
That's usually C2 in the consent agenda.
Right, so, okay, so, item 11 would be to recess the open work session to conduct, no, excuse me. It's not technically correct. What we want to do is to recess the open work session. So we need a motion, a second, then we're gonna have a motion to adopt the resolution, whatever the number is, Nancy, and to enter closed
C6.
session.
So I'll move to recess the work session.
A point of order, shouldn't it be the other way around?
Yeah, I thought so.
You can't be recessed.
Yeah, you can't
And
be
you can't have a
recessing
motion.
You have the motion, then you can recess.
A motion has to be part of the work session.
That's what I said.
So I'll make a motion that I'll make a motion to approve an executive session.
Resolution 20-6,
21
in
dash
accordance with
C6.
20-6.
Rudy made the motion, I'll second it.
We need a voice vote? Or-
Mr. Boonstra,
Yes.
Mr. Madigan,
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong,
Yes.
Mr. Shanley,
Yes.
and Mayor Rubenstein.
Yes.
All right, now I'll move to recess the work session.
Second.
So, okay.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan,
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong,
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Rubenstein.
Yes.
And we need a motion to enter a closed session discussion.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Rubenstein.
Yes.
We are in closed session right now.
We're gonna go into the
We'll go into the
library?
conference room.
Or the conference room, yeah, that works.
Okay, Bob, go to the conference room?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll be back in a half hour.